It's Bailey's birthday, and I think it's time to tell her story. I got a call from a woman who was panicking because she said she had seen a kitten out in her yard, and this hawk was dive bombing the kitten. And she ran out to grab it, and it bit her, and it bit all the way through her thumbnail and her thumb. And she took it to the shelter because she couldn't keep a kitten, and it was pretty feral. They told her that since it had bitten her, they'd have to watch the cat for 10 days to make sure the cat didn't come up with rabies, or she'd have to take the shots. She said just watch the kitten because she thought it was a pretty minor thing. Then she went online and she started looking for pictures of what a bobcat kitten looks like, and she thought for sure that this was a bobcat, and so she called me. I called Jamie because I was out of town at the time, and I asked her to go down to the county pound and take a look at that bobcat and see if it was truly a bobcat. Because if it was, the law in Florida states that you have to cut off the head of a wild animal and test it for rabies unless the person is willing to take the rabies shots. The woman didn't want to take the rabies shots, but she also said she didn't want the head of the kitten cut off. So Jamie went down to the county pound and she said, I'd like to see the kittens that you have for adoption. And when she spotted this obvious bobcat, she said, that's the one I want. And they said, oh, no, no, you don't want that one. That one's crazy. It bites, it's mad, it's hissing, it's clawing, it's really, really feral. You do not want that kitten. And she was like, nope, I'm in love. That's the one I want. So she brought Bailey home. And of course, Bailey had to live under an alias for all these years because we didn't want her to be picked up and killed at a later date just because the bad guys hate us and they would use anything they possibly could to get law enforcement to do something terrible to us, like killing a cat that we had come to love. So the woman who had originally rescued her was happy that she got a home at Big Cat Rescue, and of course we were happy to give her a home as well. But the problem was, back then, we didn't think we could teach a bobcat everything that they needed to know about living free. And this was the last time I think that that happened. Anasazi may have come after Bailey, I don't remember, but it was one of the two of them that Jamie said, you know what, I'm going to try, because she had heard from Len Cooney that she had actually released kittens that had come back years later with their own kittens. And so Jamie wanted to try raising a bobcat for release to the wild. And that very first bobcat that you guys may remember that we did that with was Faith the bobcat. So that's Bailey's story. She is now outside of the grasp of anybody who could harm her, and her story can finally be told. Hope you enjoyed that.